Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Asura at Asura MBTI, and today's video is going to be kind of casual. As of recording this and probably posting it, yesterday was Valentine's Day. So for a lot of INTJs out there, that probably meant you spent it doing the same thing you do every other day. You were probably just relaxing at home, chilling. Maybe you went out and did something. But a lot of INTJs, especially younger ones, don't tend to be in relationships, because that is one of the problem areas for INTJs. INTJs are not generally focused on finding and maintaining a relationship. I actually am in a relationship as an INTJ, and most people are surprised by this. They're like, oh, an INTJ who's actually in a relationship. I'm dating an ENFJ, my beautiful girlfriend Alice. She's in my Patreon video if any of you saw that. But I thought I would share my experiences and thoughts on relationships, just so I could help people understand kind of what's going on in the mind of the INTJ when they are working through if they want to be in a relationship or not. First of all, as we discussed in some of my other videos, introverted intuition is a subjective pattern recognizing function, and that allows them to store patterns based on what they've experienced in life and use these patterns to form a vision of how the future is going to be. So INTJs are famous for applying this to their romantic life. INTJs are going to, when they are interested in someone, apply their futuristic visions and thinking to how this relationship might play out. And a lot of times, most people who are interested in relationships aren't worried so far into the future as the INTJ is. Most people who are just entering a relationship want to be experiencing the relationship. They want to do the whole, love, dating, all of this and that. And that's pretty normal in everyday life. A lot of other people and other types are going to be interested in this. But the INTJs aren't usually, this isn't going to be every INTJ, but aren't usually going to be interested in a relationship if they feel that it's not going to lead to something permanent. INTJs are typically not willing to waste their time on things. In my opinion, INTJs are the very definition of quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. This does not mean by any means that any other relationship by any other type is not quality, but INTJs are going to have the highest refined list of what they want from a partner. INTJs are going to know exactly what they want when they're looking for someone of romantic interest. And this can be stressful for the INTJ and other people, because if someone else tries to initiate a relationship with the INTJ, even just a friendship, the INTJ is going to immediately start pushing back if they feel that person does not meet that subconscious criteria. On the other hand, if an INTJ finds someone that fits into their criteria, they may be willing to pursue it, but even then, because of that repressed extroverted sensing, doing things that are outside of the INTJ's comfort zone isn't going to be something they're going to regularly do. So engaging with another person who might be a potential romantic partner is difficult for the INTJ, the typical INTJ. They aren't going to enjoy this. So a lot of the time, this leaves INTJs in a dead zone where they kind of want to be in some sort of relationship or friendship, but they're not willing to go out and engage this friendship or relationship. And this often continues to build upon the independence of the INTJ. And a lot of INTJs, even in their end life, never end up with people. And some INTJs don't ever want to be with people. INTJs tend to be extremely independent. But like most people, most normal people, they're going to deep down crave some sort of emotional attachment. For the average INTJ, they're going to want a romantic connection, but it is hard for INTJs to go about pursuing this. When it comes to compatible types, first of all, any type is compatible. People will say that certain types are only going to be attracted to certain types, and that's just blatantly not true. Any type can be with any type if they mesh naturally. But some types have a natural advantage over others when it comes to things that they're going to find in common, how they interact with the world. The power pair for the INTJ is the ENFP. I actually grew up with an older sister who was an ENFP, so I was never really attracted to that type of person. They tend to be very spontaneous, outgoing, but true to themselves, extroverted intuition backed by introverted feeling. I am dating an ENFJ, and I very much enjoy being with her because she is the opposite of me. She's very emotional, whereas I am not. she's empathetic and I'm not, we kind of balance each other, and it allows us to kind of build upon each other's strengths and weaknesses. Whereas I teach her not to rush to the first conclusion that seems logical. She will often help me when I'm feeling stressed or down, and that is something I very much appreciate in a relationship. She enjoys the fact that I am somewhat independent and she doesn't have to babysit me, whereas I enjoy the fact that she is not demanding of me. She very much is willing to bend and work with what I want to make sure I'm happy, and this creates a very relaxed relationship for the most part. We almost never argue. I think we've had one semi-major argument since the day we started dating, which was almost a year ago. But it just was a relationship that worked very well. And that is, in my opinion, one reason why you can't really say that one type is going to mesh well with others. Because typically, ENFJs and INTJs are not going to be a very compatible personality type duo. But we still work out just fine, and I believe the longevity of our relationship is going to be good. I think we're going to be able to maintain this relationship for a long time. Maybe even make it something permanent should the day come. But for INTJs out there, just try to remember one big thing, and that's that you shouldn't be trying to find the very perfect person. You have to be willing to explore people, because a lot of times when someone is showing themselves, you're not going to see who they truly are, because you can make decisions based off of what someone shows you, and even your introverted intuition can tell you what they're really like, but you're not going to truly know. Sometimes it is better to go out and explore and allow yourself to experience those new things in relationships, open those doors just a little bit. You might be able to find that relationship just a little bit easier. When it comes to anybody who is trying to get close to an INTJ, I will tell you the first thing you should do is be direct and to the point. INTJs appreciate this so much. If you are interested in an INTJ after a couple weeks of hanging out with them, don't beat around the bush. Tell them. They're going to give you a direct response. If they are willing to go out with you, they're going to know so within about a week. And if they're not willing to go out with you, they're probably not going to be very mean. Depends on how mature the INTJ is. But for the most part, INTJs are just direct people. We want to know what's going on, and we want to be very honest. And that's another thing that my girlfriend and I appreciate about each other, is that we're very direct and to the point with each other. We never have to worry about beating around the bush. When we have a problem, we just say it, and then we discuss it, and then it's over. That's why we never have any real arguments, because if there's a problem, we just talk about it. And communication is very important to the INTJ personality type. Alright, that's all I have for this video. I would like to say that in the next couple weeks I might not be making as many videos, because at the very end of this month I am signed up for the MBTI Certified Practitioners Program. I am going to be going out of town to go earn the certification to administer the MBTI actual test, the Step 1 and Step 2 test and program. I am very excited to go earn this certification, but it's going to take some time out of my everyday life, because I have work that I have to complete before I go there, and I have things that I have to learn before I go for this class. So if I am not making a video for the next week or two, do not be surprised. Please don't unsubscribe. I just want to make sure that I am fully prepared for this class, and I am fully prepared to go earn this certification. And when I come back, my videos will be even more knowledgeable. I'll have even more information to talk about. Alright, this is Asura at Asura MBTI. Have a good one.